with the man next year. He's been the heart and soul of the Taipans for a very long time. Do you want to tell us why you brought him on with you?
Yeah, it's not bring your dad to work day. This is an opportunity to really give thanks to the people behind the scenes that generally do a very thankless job. So Money's been with us for 3 years, 3 seasons, and he's done an outstanding job. I've pushed him to the brink a couple of times. He's got us lost on a bunch of away games, road trips, but he's always delivered. And so I thought it was only fitting last game of the season just to, not only for Money, but everybody behind the scenes that does a lot of heavy lifting to have this team ready, prepared, so I can just do what I do without having to think about all the logistics. So yeah, Money Mike, the man, the myth, the legend.
Well, before I talk to you about the game and the season, Forde, Money Mike, how did you get your nickname to start with?
It goes back a long, long way. I blame Joel Carlew, who's the assistant coach at Illawarra Hawks. He was involved with the Marlins in NBL1, as it was then, and the boys in the locker room said, we'd really like to do something. I don't know what it was, and Joel said to the group, if we can get Money Mike to say yes, it'll happen. We've got a time limit. I was the general manager at Cairns Basketball at the time, and that's where it started.
See, I didn't know that. That's good. I just thought because he was a stickler with the receipts, but there you go.
I mean, can you just give us an insight into how important Cairns basketball as a whole, organisation has been in your life?
I think...
We're going to put a time limit.
you're going to put time limit on it?
No time limit. You run this.
I'll run this, okay. Look, it's pretty hard to quantify in 2 or 3 minutes we've got. As most people would know, I don't mind saying a few words. But just as an example of Cairns basketball's contribution to higher and elite level basketball in the region, this week, another one of our juniors, signed a contract to go to the WNBA, Shanice Swain. So she's the first of our females to go to the WNBA. She's the third of our juniors to go to the NBA after Aaron Baines and Nate Jawai and Aaron Baines. So for a little association of 1,500 members in far north Queensland, at the top of the state of Queensland, to have 3 people to go to the NBA is just amazing. And the Taipans' involvement and the relationship with Cairns basketball has been a catalyst for that, because since the Taipans came into town, we had all the elite coaches, all the elite programs, all the elite coaching. Our juniors went to another level, and that's the heart of the relationship.
It's your fault, Forde, for really.
Look, and this is the cool thing about Money's on the board. He's our team manager. He's involved with the Marlins. He was the general manager of Cairns basketball. He wears multiple hats, and so this is also just a snapshot too of the Cairns community and the basketball community in general, is that there are a lot of good people that do a lot of the heavy lifting. That really this is a moment to say thanks, not only just for the Cairns Taipans, but the Cairns basketball in general, and Marlins and Dolphins and everybody from score bench to players to mums and dads and volunteers alike, and the canteen, everything.
Can I have 2 more things and then Forde can talk? Big shout out to all my fraternity of team managers. In Tassie here, you've got young Maddie Blackwell, who's 19, and at the other end of the spectrum is myself, and I'm not going to disclose my age, but I was born in the 50s. And the other thing I'd like to shout out about, 2 weeks ago, Brisbane and Bullets and Cairns Taipans celebrated first responders. The last week or two in North Queensland has been really difficult, and we must say thank you to all those first responders. Thank you.
If you also want a hot tip for the horse race, when are you on the radio, Money?
Saturday mornings, 9:30, far North Queensland, ABC.
Hot minute with Money Mike.
Thanks for that, Mike. I'm proud to say that I met you a couple of years back when you came to Perth as well, so I'm glad to see you again. Forde, let's start. What do you make of this game? I mean, you probably said this after probably 20 of your 29 games. You fought hard, you just couldn't quite get over that hump and couldn't quite make a 3-point shot. Yeah,
I mean, that was it. We had some really good looks. We probably had some forced attempts, and we had some really good looks that didn't drop for us. We missed some bunnies at the rim. Tanner missed one, but he got to the foul line. P missed a couple, getting his own rebound. So, yeah, like it would just seem like everything was a struggle and a battle out there just to be able to tick that scoreboard over. But credit to the boys again, like with everything, they just kept trying to chip away. Jonah come out late and hit some daggers for us to sort of bring us back within touch. But again, just that offensive rebound near the end by Juk, who was able to get the rebound and reset the shot clock, probably just was the final nail in the coffin for us to have one last crack at it.
Now the season's finished, how do you take stock on it? It's obviously only 10 minutes afterwards, so you haven't had a full time to digest it, but how do you take stock on what you've been through in the last 29 games over whatever it has been, 4 months?
Yeah, I mean, and again, this is credit to the guys. I said it, this is probably one of the most enjoyable groups I've been part of because we went through the real dark times with that 15-game losing streak. Then we come out in the new year and we've gone 5-5, you know, and it's not like we've exactly been playing lights out basketball. We've just been playing with the group that was available with a little bit more confidence. And I've been really proud of them. So, you know, there's things where in hindsight now you can look back on and things that will change from a coaching perspective, things that I learnt that, you know, you'll take with you from your career, losing that 15 games, but also being able to come out the other end and try and refocus the group and bring it back to winning ways, which, again, you know, we beat Illawarra twice, once at their place. We won the shootout. We won a game in Perth and, you know, we had moments where we looked really, really good. So it was rewarding that you still sit here and go, okay, we got a few things right. But yeah, it's just like with everything, we'll do a bit of review and a process and learn from it.
I'm sure if I don't ask this question, somebody else will, so I might as well. Do you have any idea I mean, a two-part question. Would you like to come back to coach this club and do you have any idea if it's a possibility at this stage?
Probably not. Not a time I want to discuss right now. One thing I feel like, especially what the Cairns Taipans required, and I guess Money gave a bit of an insight into it as well, is that, you know, the head coach of the Taipans really has to understand how that club and organisation works. So you've got to wear multiple hats, and you really need to be 100% committed. And that's one thing I've always said. If I don't feel like I can give 100% to the club, I don't want to cheat them out of the position or the role that they need. So the good thing is that we'll have some time to reflect and we'll have those conversations and we'll let everyone know when we want to let everyone know.
Just the last one from me. I mean, is the biggest pride that you take just the way that you continue to develop stars for the future? You look at what you've done with Cairns. We talked about that after the game the other night. We've talked a lot about Alex throughout the season, but even AK, he continues to come along, and even somebody like Rob, who comes in as an importer now, goes and gets a really good paying job. How proud are you that you just continue to develop these sort of guys?
Yeah, and again, Cairns also allows me that platform to experiment and really experiment. You know, if you had a bigger budget and the pressures of bringing in high-level talent and having them play, you know, it's a different style of coaching. You know, there's probably more adjustments where what we do is a little bit more on the teaching side. And it's cool to see the evolution of that from week 1 through to now round 19 or whatever we're in. You know, it's a bit of a double-edged sword in a sense that you get to bring these guys in and you see them grow and blossom, and then you lose them. But that's what, you know, was always going to be the case. So it's cool that, again, we got some things right in that regards. And, you know, Alex, this was his only chance and his last chance at being an NBL player because he's his last year of DP eligibility. And I think he's just done a great job of cementing himself as a contracted roster spot player for the next 10 years.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, guys.
Awesome. Thank you.
Anyone else in the call? Someone's got a hand up, just double checking.
Yeah, I'll jump in if that's all right. Forde, just with you, in terms of what you're going to do now with the group, in terms of just reflecting on the season, what are the plans over the next day or 2 or 3?
Have a few beers.
Yeah, have the boys let their head down. We're in Melbourne for the Super Bowl, so I don't know what kind of condition they're going to be in for the Gazy Awards, but, you know, they're good boys. They're not going to act up. But yeah, no, I think we're probably just going to roll into that night. We've got 2 nominees in Sam Wardenberg and Taryn for Most Improved, and Taryn also for Next Gen. So yeah, really, it's going to be their night, and we're going to enjoy it, and regardless what the results are, they've been outstanding centerpieces for this club, and so it's kind of cool that we're going to head up to Melbourne tomorrow, and they've got a day and a half just to enjoy each other's company because the imports have got jobs lined up after this, and Wardenburg's going to be representing New Zealand in the FIBA window, and just like that, everybody's going to be on to their next journey in the next couple of weeks.
Does anybody know who the nominations were for the Team Manager of the Year, by the way?
We need to do a jersey swap. Hey, get out there real quick. Do a jersey swap with the Tassie Jet. That'd be great.
One final question for me, just with the NBL awards coming up. Obviously, you worked with the Wildcats. What have you made of Bryce Cotton and what he's done this season?
Yeah, I mean, he's MVP. He's on another stratosphere at the moment in the sense of how he's playing, and that's not to diminish the work of some other candidates. I mentioned Matt Hurt a couple of weeks ago, and KD for Adelaide has been really, really good, but I think statistically, Bryce has just been on another level. Again, I think you could chuck Bryce on an NBL1 team and they're playing deep into postseason. He's that good. I think about it too. I remember the year they had John Mooney, and John Mooney was a rookie. Is it John Mooney? I think it was John Mooney. The big fella for Perth. I think it's John Mooney. But he was a rookie straight first year with Perth, and it was the COVID year. And, you trap and you run doubles at Bryce and you do all sorts of things. And what is great about Bryce that maybe separates him also from other imports is his ability to defer to other guys. And he made John Mooney an MVP contender. Now, Mooney, he was a hell of a player. He's a really good basketball player. But I think what made him an MVP contender was the fact that Bryce was his teammate. And then that's how good Bryce is, You could even argue the reason I'm a head coach is because I rode his coattails for a couple of years and helped get those opportunities, and probably most coaches can say something similar. But that's what's cool about Bryce is performance-wise on court, he's elite. But if you really get to know him, and he's a quiet, reserved guy, and you love that about him. He's a family man. He's humble. He really is just such a special dude that. You want every success for him. I may be biased in that regards, but I hope he's in the league for a long time. I know there's all rumours and speculation where he's going, but hey, wherever he's going to go, he's going to crush it, and they're going to love him wherever he ends up.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks so much for that.
Thank you. Appreciate it. You got anything else, Money? You good?
I could go forever, mate. Sorry.